Shalom, everyone. I hope you had a great week. You know, there were two women who were fighting over the last seat on the bus, each one claiming that they had the right to that seat and they were there first. And the conductor tried to intervene, but was unsuccessful. And eventually the bus driver was fed up and he shouted to the back of the bus to the conductor. He said, "Let the ugly lady have the seat." And both ladies stood for the rest of the trip. Now is not the time to fight. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to come together and support each other. You know, this week's parasha, the portion of Nitzavim, which this week is read together with Vayelech, but the portion of Nitzavim is read every year before Rosh Hashanah, on the Shabbat before we begin the new year. And its opening words are, Atem Nitzavim Hayom Kulchem. Today you all stand here together. As Moses is talking to the Jews just before he passes away and just before they enter into the land of Israel. And he says, you're all gathered here together, and he specifies, from the heads of your tribes, the officers, the priests, the men, the women, the children, the water carriers, the wood choppers, everyone is here together. And as mentioned, we always read this on the Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah. And the sages tell us that when Moses says, today you are gathered here together, it's a reference to the day of Rosh Hashanah, when we gather together in prayer to Hashem, asking him to judge us favorably for the upcoming year. And what's the secret to that successful positive judgment? Standing together, standing united, coming together, putting our differences aside and uniting as one in love and in harmony. This coronavirus has been terrible. But one thing that we have learned from it is the message of unity. The reality is we're all in the same, I won't say we're in the same boat, because each of our boats is different. Each of us are facing different types of challenges, but we're all in the same storm. Across the world, globally, everyone is facing this thing together. And it's also brought out the best in some people. Heroes that have come to the fore and are there to help and support and lead the community and offer their guidance, offer their generosity, offer their kindness and their care. We see people putting their best foot forward and really just expressing tremendous kindness and support and devotion to the community. We see that message of unity. And that is what we need before Rosh Hashanah. This Shabbat is also the 7th Shabbat since Tisha B'Av. And every week, since we mourn the destruction of the temple, we've been reading, following the Torah reading, is the Haftorah of comfort, where God is comforting us on the loss of our temple, comforting us for all the devastation, for all the sorrow, for all the suffering, for all the pain and loss that we experience. After 7 weeks of comfort, we arrive on the doorstep of Rosh Hashanah, and we ask Hashem to bless us for a happy, good, sweet year ahead, which he will please God do, especially when he sees how we come together in unity with Ahavat Israel, in love and in harmony, expressing care and kindness for one another. We only have 6 days of shofar blowing before we actually blow the shofar, Sunday a week, on the day of Rosh Hashanah, crowning Hashem as King and ushering in, please God, a year of health, happiness, and success for each of us. Shabbat Shalom.